Hi you guys, this week I thought I'd just show you a little catch up from the outdoor enclosures over the past couple of weeks. Just little clips I've took as we've changed things around, seen some of the animals out. Hopefully it's of interest to some of you guys. North American, Northern European, British reptiles, just a few of the snakes and stuff. Outdoors, hope you enjoy the enclosures. It's a good experiment, I'm really enjoying it. The world is your oyster when it comes to these animals from these parts of the world, keeping outdoors all year round. Fascinating, bigger enclosures, more landscaped enclosures, free to run apart from food. Just enjoy. So I still haven't sourced the reptiles I actually want this to be filled with, the animals that it was built for, but it's been interesting trying different stuff. So last year we had the eyed lizards and the European glass lizards in this enclosure. It's 8 foot by 8 foot, and they thrived, absolutely thrived, and brumated no problem at all. There's a hibernaculum under there. This spring we've had the 7 foot, was bigger than that now. The big male bull snake's been out here for a while. He's fine, he comes out and sunbathes when it's warm. He hides under the rock pile now when it's cool. It's very cold today. So I'm just trying the big male black rat snake in there. The bull snake, Cohab's fine, doesn't eat anything else snake wise. So it'll be interesting to see how they behave and how the black rat snake does. And the female black rat snake is in another of the smaller outdoor enclosures to see how she gets on. But black rat snakes and bull snakes, I think, perfect animals to keep outside in the British climate. Absolutely perfect. As long as you've got a deep hibernaculum, these guys are going to thrive. Really good climate for them. But we shall see how he behaves. And with a goodness me, it's my new thing, isn't it? On these vlogs, it'd be interesting to see how active this guy is in the day. What I'm finding is now the snakes are mature, the ones that are mature really have no problem coming out during the day when the public or anything else is around. So quite good showpieces indeed. Hopefully by the summer they'll be evicted and we'll have some small lizards in here that this enclosure was actually intended for. Look at that, how natural is that? Just slipping under a rock pile, waiting for the sun, and we'll see what happens. So Tom is just releasing the adult pair of 4 lion snakes. We've got eggs running on those out in outdoor enclosure. So there'll be people cringing terribly that there's now 3 different species of snakes in here. It's all experimental. They're all snakes that don't eat other snakes as a rule. And it also means there's more chance of seeing stuff out for the public point of view. Look at that. They look so much bigger out in a more spacious natural enclosure. So first thing this morning, it was 16 degrees. The Russian rat snakes were out waiting for the sun to come out. The Vietnamese blue beauty came out in the sun. It's actually got so warm they've gone back in. Let's see what these guys do out there. So Cohab, oh dear, terrible. Fully grown sort of adult sized black rat snake albino and the big old bull snake, look at that. So they're right up together. It's exactly the same there as it is there. They're choosing to snuggle up together. If you do Cohab snakes, you'll see behaviour that is intriguing and not coincidental. Look at those beauties. Male grass snake out. Males are still looking lean. Females have put on plenty of weight after brumation. He's not too bad actually. The girls are certainly troughing down the food, as are those little viperine snakes. But this is why if you Cohab snakes, you really do need to actually keep an eye at feeding time. One of them could get swallowed and you can see which one it would be. He'll blight us. Well, it's the first day of June, I think. 8 degrees last night, 11 degrees as I drove into work. Cloudy, cold wind. Thankfully, the big old Russian rat snakes are pretty tough. The Vietnamese blue beauty snakes not out, and neither are the 4 lion snakes, but they seem to be very nocturnal, even in an outdoor enclosure. Russian rat snakes, obviously when they're little, snakes just don't come out much, but these mature pair of Russian rat snakes, they've been doing really well out here. Over here, I did notice the female black rat snake had made an appearance, but I think she's now waiting for a little bit of sun. Let's have a little look along the butterfly border. I've naturalised some of my captive bred slow worms from last year under there, so see how they get on. Definitely want to get this built this year. Let's see if any of the Americans are out. Oh, look. Oh, fair enough. The bull snake's thinking about coming out. Not for long. And the albino male black rat snake, he's out there. If he had fingers and toes, they'd be crossed for sunshine for sure. Remember, this is a temporary trial. I've got other things I want to put in here, but time will tell. What about the matrix? No, I find that quite funny in a way, because the British stuff tends not to be out at all on a cold morning like this, whereas the American and European stuff is actually almost like, please son, the British stuff knows it's no point at all, I guess, but you would think they'd be out maybe first, because they're, yeah, possibly more acclimated than the North American and the Europeans. There you go, outdoor keeping in the UK, the land of no summer. Excuse the annoying chicken wire, but it's early in the morning, the sun's out. If that wasn't an albino black rat snake, how cool would that look? And down there, what? A bull snake. Honestly, I think keeping these things asleep for 6 months of the year and then having them outdoors, honestly, it's the way to go. So more trials. Look at that. Vietnamese blue beauty in sunlight. Russian rat snake. Oh, damn it. And I just want to show you a really cool 4-line snake coiled up looking apart. You've got the room. Much bigger outdoor enclosures than you can have indoors. Whole new aspect of reptile keeping, and God, they look so much nicer. Escalapian snakes. These are finally, one of them's finally come out and fed. It's not April, it's June. I haven't seen them, I don't know if they've been out. It's been so cold outdoors for these guys, and they're not getting much natural light because they're in a barn, so they get the sunlight just late afternoon, but they have got their own light, and it does get some heat where that one's sitting. But yeah, these things are the slowest growing snakes I've ever known by miles. Very hard to get in the UK, Escalapian snakes. I've got a pair in here, the other one's the normal colour phase. I couldn't believe that Andrew Grimm had one for sale on Reptiles Forums UK last week, and it hadn't sold straight away. So many people ask me if I'm breeding Escalapians. I'm not, because they're too small still, many years later. But yeah, they're out there if you're very, very lucky. And yet I think Andrews was up for less than 50 quid. Absolute joke. I don't get it. The snake market in the UK has died off with the energy rises two winters ago now. It has changed everything with reptile keeping in the UK at the moment, especially the snakes. Unbelievable, because these things are really, really nice snakes to keep. Smooth snakes, they have been out and feeding. They're in the same conditions as my Escalapian snakes. They're in a barn. Now in the sunshine it warms up through the roof more than outside, but these ones don't get any direct sunlight at the moment. Artificial light, but in more or less outdoor temperatures. And yet these guys have been feeding now since they woke up from a late and long sleep. Often take food out of your hands. Looking beautiful and nice and well fed, this one. Smooth snakes, amazing for anyone interested in snakes. I can't slow the camera speed down anymore, it's still getting the flashing from the light, unfortunately, guys. Don't have an epi. But these guys here, from the public's point of view, being Britain's rarest animal, they don't cut it. They're on show to the public, but they don't cut it because they're not stunning colours and they're nondescript and quite small. To any snake lovers, something very special, but to the public, still easily passed over. Here's a nice first. Russian rat snakes, first ones I've ever bred. How cool are they? And quick to hatch as well. Look at that. Little beauties. That's how they feed and settle and grow. Looks like one's a female for a friend of mine. Time to remove the uneaten food from the matrix. Nice to see the scrawny little male there. Not that big one, she's a nice fat female. That little one on the back there. It's nice to see he's had a feed because he was looking a little bit on the lean side. She's getting ready to shed. Just going to be kept natural. But I'm probably going to pile up a pile of compost at the back there where it gets a lot of sun, just to get them somewhere else to lay. Whether it's worth it, I don't know. But it would be interesting to just leave them and see if they produce stuff on their own. The viperine snakes too, one of those is gravid again, so it would just be a treat to see baby ones in the summer, late summer, if it occurs on its own, maybe. So, it's freezing. I've got a woolly hat on, 2 jumpers. I've got shorts on, but the difference between the glass is it's actually saying 19.5 degrees in there, which is actually not bad at 9 o'clock in the morning, even though the cold wind is perishing. But we're getting a glimmer of sunshine. We've got a 4-line snake there, looking very healthy and chunky. And then down here, both the Russian rat snakes are out. One's getting ready to shed, look. That's the male. Got some babies of these about to shed their skin for the first time, and then hopefully we'll get them feeding. And then there's the female. 4-line snakes, good to see them out, because even though they're adults, they're always quite a shy nocturnal snake, to be honest. It's certainly, having to thermoregulate, you do see your snakes move around much more than in your average heated enclosure, whether you've got a gradient or not. Definitely being outdoors and having to come out from a cool night and sort of warm up in the sun, you do see a lot more of them for sure. But yeah, it's all looking okay. I think the Russian rat snakes ideally suited to being outdoors in the UK, as long as they can escape the heat on a hot day. But certainly a cool tolerant species. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Hope it's given you food for thought. The Russian rat snakes just there, those little babies, they're already eating now. They've shed their skin for the first time and they're eating well. So they'll be going to their new home soon. Might be 3 or 4, maybe 2 or 3 on the website. So check that out and have a look on there. Literally breaking news. I've just seen a post on Facebook from a good friend, Martin at Extreme Falconry Centre. He and the team have just put a video out, literally rescuing a very big Burmese python from the side of the road in the UK. Sad state of affairs now that UK reptile keeping has got to, where you've got people buying snakes that are getting big, or even just corn snakes. They're not looking at buying them for the rest of their lives. They don't know what to do with them. And instead of finding the right home for them, they're just abandoning them. Unless this snake escaped, almost definitely didn't. Someone has let go a tropical Burmese python that, despite the video you've just watched here, will never survive in a UK winter. They're condemning their pet that they've grown to a large size to death because they can't be bothered to do the right thing. I find it disgusting, but well done to Martin and the team at Extreme Falconry for getting in there, something non-bird related, getting in there, no problem at all, and grappling with this big python and getting it to a reptile rescue. I'll see you in the next one.